Danny Flexen for Seconds Out here with Shakan Pitters. Shakan, we're all in lockdown, of course,
Yeah.
with no real end in sight yet. I mean, they're talking about maybe in a few weeks, but we don't know exactly what's going to happen. How are
Mm.
you keeping yourself, A, in shape and B, motivated during this time?
Just well, what's motivating me is being able to spend time with my family. You know, as all boxers and true boxing fans know, we us boxers sacrifice a lot with training camps, um, with a lot of things. So I think like this time, it's great to spend a lot more time within your household. Like I've certainly had a lot more time to, spend time with my daughter as well and things, and just do things with herself, whether it's colouring books or the little basics which we all take for granted. You know what I mean? I've enjoyed the time I've had. Just like I said, just being with the family and even just contacting the family even overseas. I hardly get to do that, but with this time now, it gives me plenty of thinking time to who I need to contact and just catch up on many people.
I'm probably going to get this wrong because I have so many things that I forget, but is it Leilani, your daughter?
Liane, her name is.
Oh, close enough.
Yeah,
I'm going to take that as a win. How is she?
she's good, man. Yeah, she's all good. She's up. She's in her room on her little iPad now, just watching whatever she's watching. I think one of their favorite programs be Peppa Pig and Spider Man apparently. So she likes all that. So she's just watching that.
It's good that you can keep them occupied. And what are you doing in terms of training at all? Have you got like some set up in the garden or the garage, or you hear different things from different boxers?
Yeah, I'm just as I say, I'm fortunate to have a boxing bag now. So like I could use a bag. I was itching to punch something for ages. So it's great for me to actually have a bag now finally there. I'll do obviously my runs and things like that. So there's only so much ticking over you could do. You know what I mean? I like to train. Honestly, I like to train knowing that I'm training for a fight or something's going on for me instead of just training blindly. I think all boxers and a lot of people would rather that. But in this time, obviously, it's something which is affecting everyone. And I think whether you box or not, it's great just to get either house exercising or something on the road, as in like running or a long walk. I think everyone should kind of adapt and take up that opportunity which the government's allowed us all to have now.
How long before your scheduled British title fight did you find out that it wasn't going to go ahead because of the pandemic?
Like the week before, mate, it was bad, man. Like literally, I'd done the camp, I'd done the full camp. We trained hard, we was ready, raring to go. It was just about keeping the weight down and not failing on the scales, basically. But because of obviously it was more painful for me because, and I'm sure it was painful for obviously Chad and all the other fighters as well, because it's more painful for us because in the sense like we're seeing shows getting cancelled before us. I know Eddie had a few shows on which got cancelled before our scheduled shows, and you're just hoping that we've slipped through the net and we'll be able to go ahead. You know what I mean? But it's what it is. It's happened. It's a big world crisis. I can't be selfish and think of my own situation because a lot of people are in worse situations. And like I said, the death tolls have been bad. So I just want everyone to stay safe, and obviously the city itself and everywhere around the UK and everywhere around the world, sorry, just to get better and back on their feet.
What did you make of the E version of the fight that Hennessy Sports put out?
It was banter in it. It was a bit of it was a bit of laugh for the supporters. For me, I'm one who doesn't really I don't really play video games or anything like that. So for me, of my own interest, it wasn't nothing I was gonna ever take seriously or you know what I mean. It was just one of those. I was just it was good for the fans. I think that's all, just to interact with the fans on a different level because that's the only level we could have interacted with them. We couldn't do anything else. So it was good for them. But I don't take anything away from any games or anything like that. I don't even play games myself, so I'm not really focused on that. But it was a good idea from them, from the Hennessy producers to just keep something flowing.
And we spoke to Craig Richards a couple of weeks ago. For people out there that don't know, he was originally supposed to fight you for the vacant British title,
Mm,
but he was injured. And Chad Sugden, who drew with Craig at the end of last year, came in as a substitute. When
yeah.
we spoke to Craig recently, he felt that now he's not injured anymore and the Sugden fight never happened, that you guys should just go ahead and fight for the British title. which would be a bit harsh on Chad, but I just wanted to get your take on it.
My take is I don't care who it is as long as I get the British. I mean, what I heard him say, I will say on point. It was a cold at first, and then all of a sudden he's diagnosed himself and was it himself and Sims with corona without even being tested. So obviously, whether they had their own self-testing kit, then that's different. You know what I mean? But it was first a bad cold, and now, oh yeah, I definitely had corona. But I don't care who it is. Look, at the end of the day, I don't know. From my side, it doesn't matter who's in the ring, whether him or Chad. I'll beat them both. But it'd be probably unfair on Chad as well, as he also prepared and had the time to prepare for this as well. I mean, Craig's shot's always there, but honestly, I don't focus on that bit of boxing. It's whoever it is. It's not nothing. I don't think anything's changed to my knowledge. I don't know. No one spoke about it. We've not even got a date. So all I know is I'm going to train to the best of my ability, and whether it's Chad or Craig, or if it's both of them on the same night, I'll beat both of them.
And whichever one of the two it is, and maybe both fights will happen, it's going to be on Channel 5, terrestrial TV audience.
Yeah.
That must be pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's good, especially with this pandemic now. I think we'll have a lot more viewers in the sense where, viewers are now going to be treated to free view boxing. So it's something where, seeing sports back on the TV. I think I was watching the news the other day. There was a baseball game in Japan or something like that. Or I may have been wrong. It may not be Japan, but somewhere else around the world. And it had, millions of viewers online just watching that
because they're starved of live sport.
Yeah, exactly, because they were the sport in it. So I think they had like cardboard fans in the audience and everything, and little audios of fans shouting. So it's obviously something, but they came up with. But yeah, I think just really like after all this this pandemic, man, then obviously the ball will just be rolling back again.
What benefits do you think you can get from the Channel 5 deal going forward? I mean, the platform and the exposure for a boxer, especially one still quite fresh in their career, unbeaten, it's got to be a great kind of boon for your career.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Mick Hennessy, they're doing a great job, and he's done a great job in many boxers. You just got to look at the resume of the boxers. He has created a lot of world champions. I'm happy to be a part of them, and obviously headlining my first show so early on. Well, it's not even early on, but I'm just happy to headline my first show because many other boxers have been in the game over 5 years and longer and never headlined the show. So for me to headline the show live on terrestrial TV, it's something where I can't thank them all enough. I'm just gonna thrive with it all and take it with both hands. So it's great. But this, like I said, fighting on Channel 5, being a Channel 5 fighter or whatever, it's gonna be great for my my platform. A lot more people are gonna obviously be watching, a lot more viewers, a lot more fans and supporters. So it's great. It just means that a lot of people will get to see more of my skills. So it's I'm happy to demonstrate and show that.
Who were the British boxers that you remember watching when you were a kid on TV?
On TV in general?
Yeah. Because Channel 5 have been obviously in and out over time, but yeah, just TV in general.
Like, I don't know if E4, and I don't think it was on Channel 5, but it was mainly actually there was because we only had 4 or 5 greatest channels then, and it wouldn't have no Sky then. But I remember watching Bruno, the likes of Bruno fight. I don't think I watched Lennox much like that. I watched Lennox coming up more on Sky, but I wasn't really into, I wasn't into boxing like that of watching. I started watching more like fights from the past, like Tommy Hearns, because my dad was into watching those types of things. So I'd watch whatever my dad would put on. My dad would take me and my brothers and that to the gym, but I was mainly focused on football. Like Match of the Day, I could tell you then I was always watching Match of the Day, you know what I mean? But I was always focused on football. But times change now, and it was more or less probably after, I started watching boxing properly after when Floyd fought Shane Mosley. So I was watching boxing, but I wasn't studying it. So I watched obviously the Tyson fights, Lewis Tyson. I stayed up for them ones and things like that. But I think I really took it upon myself to then get more into boxing. Is when Mayweather and Mosley fought, which is mad. It's probably a lot of boxers who are in the game now. I've been watching it from how long, but that's when I chose to start watching it because I was playing football. I was more focused on that.
We used to be on the books of West Brom, of course, for quite a while, but they're
Yeah.
not your team, are they?
Nah, they ain't my team, man. I'm a United fan. Man United, man. That's my team.
Are you disappointed, relieved that the season's had this long delay? Has it come at a good time or a bad time for United?
Both, because we wasn't doing as best, but our form was getting there, was winning, the form was coming up. So they've stopped us on the roll, you know what I mean, where our form was actually going good. But we'll see, man. I mean, there's a lot to obviously no one's got excuses now. There's a lot to work upon. I'm glad Liverpool ain't got it because there's one of my guys who's a big Liverpool fan, one of my boys, man. So I could be bantering him, just like, yo, it's probably not gonna go ahead. And you've trained and
Would you
done all
like to
that.
see that? Would you like to see it voided? Just
It
because of
doesn't make
the
a difference to me.
rivalry and the
I'm
amount of
not. I'm
titles?
not. I'm not like that serious where I want to see any team fail. But I think I don't know. You see, well, was it the Scottish League or something? One of them have already pulled it, haven't they? I
Oh, I'd
can't
have
remember
to
what.
have a look. I'm not
I
sure.
don't know if it's Scottish or French or whatever. It may even be Italy. I'm not sure. I'm not even pretty certain, but I'm pretty sure I've read on where they're thinking or they've either pulled it. So yeah, but it's what it is. Whatever happens, happens. I don't. They probably won't do it. To be fair, they'll probably find a way around. It's unfair to be fair on Liverpool because I've worked that hard, but it's just funny for banter for me and my boy. I'm just like, yo, what's going on?
Yeah, protecting the record.
That's it, man.
All right, well, we really appreciate your time.
Yeah,
Can't wait to see you in person or at least on TV when
yeah,
boxing gets back to normal. But until then, really appreciate it, and we'll see you soon.
yeah, man. Anytime, Danny, man. Appreciate the time and thanks a lot. To stay safe. Hope all's good at your side and your family's healthy and safe as well, man.
Same to you. Stay safe, and yeah, see you soon.
All right, and take care.
Take care, mate.
All right, see you later.